For people that have just come along, what we're doing, okay, is Kingatow crew, cars, Jags, Minis, a lot of Aussie stuff, Valiants, and also have a wrecking yard full of cars to play with. Okay, that out of the way. At the moment with Kingatow crew, due to the fact that I do work a full-time job driving tow trucks, I do a lot of live streams. Okay, so at the moment we are doing a lot of lives. There was a comment the other day, a guy saying that get a better camera, rah, 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 and all that sort of stuff. I use my phone for these live streams because it's the easiest way to live stream. It's a Samsung S10, so it's the newest Samsung you can get. So there's not much I can do about the internet service where I am in Western Queensland. So if you can hang in there with me and bear with me, we do have a lot of good stuff coming up. But all that aside, let's hope there's no more tears over that. Where we're up to. Now, this morning, a lot of you guys are members of the Kingatow Parts Finder Facebook page. This morning I was posting a little bit of stuff up there. Cars I want, things I've got coming up. One of them was that F-Type Jag. Like, how nice is that, the late model Jag? They come with the Ford V8s in them, supercharged. The 2013 model ones are starting to come down in price. I cannot afford one how they are now. I was going to buy a Monaro, but I'm maybe leaning towards one of those late model Jags. I'm going to have to... Luckily, Jags lose value extremely fast. So we might have one of them to play with in the next couple of years, guys. But yeah, so quick update for our Sunday morning, guys. The Jag is still happening. It's just been put on the back burner because of the Mini. The Skyline's going to get sold very, very soon. I'm just struggling to sell it with those wheels because I really like them, but it can go with the wheels. Yeah, and I also posted up, what was that about poor conditions? Hey Brendan, we can put up with the poor video connection. Thank you very much, Corey. Corey Hutton was the bloke I mentioned in the last video about advice on doing the Mini, about not putting springs in it and putting the rubber cones back in, okay, because he mentioned that because I thought replacing that, surely replacing some old rubber setup that they used in the 70s with new late model springs would have to be a better option, and he said it wasn't. And as I started asking questions through the Mini community as I was buying parts, they all said, yes, he is correct. Like, the springs can be a pain in the ass and you get a better ride and a better finish out of the rubber cones. So thank you very much, Corey, for your information there. It was extremely helpful. And yeah, I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. And that's why we are all here to learn and move forward. And that is also why I do like the live stream so much, because it seems to be creating a bit of a community. You don't just talk to me and I talk to you. You guys talk amongst yourselves as well in the comments, and it's good. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it. Okay. I don't know how much I'm going to enjoy it when I go to do the trimming, like, because I'm actually been watching a lot of videos on repairing seats, guys. So this is coming up for everyone. I'm pretty sure if you're a car guy, you want to know how to take your standard seat like this, that's just old, tatty and rooted. I put these seat covers on just so we can use the car, guys, because the other ones were covered in rat shit. How to build up your foam on the side to make bolstered, like, semi-racing seats out of your standard seats. And that's what I want to try and achieve, guys. So I'm going to be showing you what foam to use, how to build it up, how to cut it, how to do it, and then how to make... I've found some diamond hatched suede looking leather for the inserts, and then suede on the outside, because I want leather, but I don't want in Queensland, as you can imagine, it gets very hot on your legs and stuff. So I was well on track to buying material and stuff for that this week, but then yesterday, the reason there was no live stream yesterday is I had to go down to Brisbane. Thank you very much, Matty Book, down at Don Kite Truck Parts. He always looks after me very well. I had to buy a $1,000 starter motor yesterday for the truck, so that's really buggered me up money-wise, but that doesn't mean we don't have other things to do, guys. Yeah, so, yeah, some trimming's going to be coming up very, very soon, okay? I have no idea how to do it, but I have watched a fair few YouTube videos now, so I'm almost an expert. And another thing that I've seen, I am going to read your comments in a second, guys. Another thing that I've actually seen recently on YouTube is wheels. Now, you guys that have been around for a while are well aware that I have a major issue with wheels, okay? I can't help myself. So, but what I want to achieve, I did have those big 19s for the VNSS ute that we're building, guys, but this is a standard VNSS wheel, okay? What you can do is cut the center off, right, and make it into a 3-piece wheel by drilling this and offsetting it to make a deep dish wheel. Now, I did post a picture this morning on the, you have to watch the black paint because I painted the thing and put it all over my nose, but lucky I don't really care. Yeah, I posted a picture this morning on the Kingatow Parts Finder page on a set that had been done with a big dish out of an old set of Toyota alloys, right? And I want to try and achieve that with the SS wheels. A while back, off Andrew, who I bought the Mini off, his mate had this milling machine here for sale, which is going to help me. I'll have to make some sort of setup up where I can put the wheels on here, use this to machine the face. This old lathe here I bought ages and ages ago. See, I set this light up before because I want to play over here a bit later today. Might even do it with you guys if you're keen to see. I was selling this lathe to buy a late model one that was a lot more for fine stuff that Leyland does here. But instead, I think I'm going to keep this. The reason I've never used it was this piece here, okay, didn't come with the lathe, which is, see, that screws on there. That screws on there, and then your chuck actually bolts to this. And I never had that, so I could never put a chuck onto this lathe, and it was going to cost me more than what the lathe's worth to connect the chuck to this lathe. But I was over at a place in Toowoomba, and when I was there, I saw an old lathe there, and it had this piece on it. They just sold the old lathe to a guy, and I got in touch with him and he didn't want that piece, so I got that off him. So now I can actually buy a chuck for $200 or $300 to put onto that. But today I'm going to plug it in, see if this motor works, see if I can get the thing to happen. Because it's an old lathe, I can just cut that bed away, okay, so I can fit wheels in here and wheel faces to machine them up. So it won't matter that I'm destroying a lathe and cutting that bed because I'll have a purpose for it. So, and I'm pretty excited to make those 3-piece wheels out of standard wheels. A guy done a set of BMW wheels that look really good as well. So today what I'm going to do, because I've got a set of, you've got to buy the hoops and they're quite expensive for 3-piece wheels. I'm going to measure today because I've got some 16-inch Simmons up there. I'm going to measure to see if the size in here will work in the 16-inch lips, because they have the 16-inch ones have an extra bit of a lip and then it comes out, so it'll look a little bit better. But I do have 15-inch Simmons there that I can pull apart for the hoops, okay. And I've got some 17-inch other wheels out there that are 3-piece, and I'll measure them because I'm not sure. All I know is I definitely want to have a go at making some really wide custom wheels. Steel wheels aren't a problem to make. I can make them easy enough as it is once I've set all this up, but the aluminium ones. Righto, so I'm going to drive the Mini. I'm going to read some questions first. I'll show you what I've done here. When I got here first thing this morning, I used rust converter in here on the sides. There was no rust holes or anything, which was good. And then I used like a tar rust underbody sealer deadener in here. And then I just used some pressure pack enamel to seal all that up. So it's sort of touch dry, but I've got underlay and the clean carpet. But let's read a few questions, guys. Couple of comments and see what we've got going on. All right, we'll start back at the start. Hello. Can put up with the poor connection. Thank you very much. I do my best, but what do you do? Ben Arnold, as always, mate, massive support. I really appreciate it, buddy. We will be back to Wednesday night parts finders as well, as of Wednesday, so that'll be good. Don't fool us, Red. Deep down, you love the butterfly covers. Is there butterflies on those covers? I thought it had those frangipanis on it. Oh yeah, they're butterflies. I thought they were frangipanis. I'll have to try and find some frangipani ones. They give you heaps more horsepower than the butterflies. Yeah, anyway. Can Nicole help with the upholstery? Yes, I asked her if she wanted to help. Normally she says no to everything that I come up with. She said yes to this one. Whether she's going to get on board or not, I'm not too sure. But I think she'll help me thread the machine up at least and maybe get me started and then have enough of me and tell me to go away and do it myself. That's probably the way it'll work, but yeah. But at least she'll help us get started, guys. I have a friend that used to be Mini. He was going to make it into a full drive. You're not allowed to because you can't register it. I don't know about that. I like these Mini engines. I'm not going to start doing Honda conversions or anything like that with the Mini. Leith is very, very keen to use this as his daily. I'm very, very keen to do some trimming. It's not rusty. We're going to paint it black, black roof and silver. We've already got wheels that are all right. We've got flares turning up this week. It's just going to be a cool sort of quick cleanup and out the door. If we have to go somewhere or do something, we can take the Mini. So that's what the Mini is at this point, just a quick tidy up and something to enjoy. It's not a big build, but the guy I bought the wheels off actually has an earlier model Mini that's completely pulled apart with a heap of parts. He's going to get back to me on a price, so we may do it's on a rotisserie and all the rest of it, so we may do and we're putting the supercharger on it, of course. But yeah, that's coming. It's ordered. It's on its way. What we got here? Red don't really listen. Red doesn't listen to Nicole. Had that come up. Can Nicole help with the upholstery? Nicole's good. She leaves me alone. She lets me do whatever I want. Like, yeah. I have turned off my ringer today too, guys, just so as you know. Keen to see how the seat. I'm really keen. I had a mate, I've mentioned before, Dallas. If you go back through Street Machine magazine or search online for Dallas Lash, Lash, you'll see a write-up they done on Dallas in Street Machine magazine because just as a trimmer, what a bloke. And he was a good mate too. People do speak highly of the dead. Like once people die, people carry on how they were this great bloke and all the rest of it. But Dallas actually was, you know. But yeah, and anyone that knows Dallas would agree with that. He was putting LSs in things before he had a Corolla with an LS in it, and he was my VNSS guy. Like no one else liked VNSSs except for me and him, and I'd talk to him about them, and everyone would think we were crazy. But yeah. Okay, what do I think of Mighty Car Mod's Mini? I reckon it's awesome. Like what a beautiful car. It's so well finished. Just a beautiful car. Like it is just, it's awesome, but worth more money than what I've got. I'd rather buy the Jag. It's just a go-kart that you can legally drive. That's it. That's what we're going to drive it in a minute, guys. Good to see your sponsor in the background. My sponsor. Okay. Here's my sponsor here, Kingatow Crew. So if you want to sponsor Kingatow, shop kingatowcrew.com. I do have to do another run we're out of stock of a little bit of stuff now, but I want to do some shirts with actual pictures and stuff on them. The can of drink, yeah, I can't help myself. I've got to get off the soft drinks, I'm too fat. Yeah, all right, so Mini. Let's try and drive it, I suppose. Yeah, is that where we're up to? We've talked about wheels. We've talked about interior. Interior, I'm hanging. I cannot wait. It has been... Yeah, and I'm going to clean in here today too, guys. Like, there's no rust holes, but there's a bit of mice left in there. I want to get that pressure washed and cleaned out while we're outside. And yeah, but the inside, Marie, thank you very much, and say hello to Jono. Really appreciate the support. This has come up really well. Just not having rust holes was awesome. It was just a good wire brush and a rust convert, and away we go. So Leith has put just a $4 ignition in there for me, but I did win a thing on eBay couple of nights ago for a proper ignition with a lock and everything, because the one that come with this car was all seized up. Today we might even look at door trims. I might get these off and see how the clip systems work on them, and maybe start making up those boards. I don't just want to run a plain thing. I'm going to actually make it so it's got the crosshatch. I'll put up a thing of the suede diamond material I want to run, so you guys can see what I'm on about. I'm very undecided on whether to do a grey insert with black outsides, or just run black on black with the diamonds, or to run a grey stitching, or yeah, it's yeah. All right, let's get this thing started. The water pump's rooted in it. I've ordered one, it's on its way. We've cleaned all the fuel system out on the fuel tank, which you saw doing that vinegar worked really, really well. We just sat it in there, was in there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we slowly just moved the tank into different spots. And then he put the bicarb soda in, which then takes away the acidity of the vinegar. And then, yeah, just filled it up. We blew the fuel lines out, put some degreaser down it, and yeah, it just, it was good. I've got to buy a new fuel cap because obviously I'm running a spray paint lid. But yeah, let's see if this will start. That was perfect. Like, look at that. Does it get any better, guys? Does it get any better than that? There's still so much more to fix, guys, but it's going to come up good. I did buy a camera stand too, so That's pretty good. Yeah, the truck had a bit of a meltdown, guys. I'll put that on there and I'll go get a spanner and tighten that up. The starter motor actually fell apart inside itself, fused itself, and then burnt the wiring out in the truck. I rang Leith and he said, just take it to the auto electrician, come here, we'll work on the Mini and let someone else fix the truck. And that way, at least, we don't just waste all our day on the truck. The worst thing is I was coming in with the truck, because when I went through some floodwater the other day, one of the rear lights just disintegrated and come off. And then I noticed the tyre had to be changed, and we've got a little bit of maintenance to do on the truck, so it would have been good if we did fix it here now, I suppose, but can't win them all, guys. You just got to do what you can, and yeah. It's very, very strange. I was going to come and do a live last night, but Savannah had to get picked up at 7:30, and I don't have another registered car. The trade plate was here. I couldn't come over, so couldn't really come and play last night. But I'm here now. Give you a night off, eh? Pretty keen to go measure those wheels up to see if they're going to work. Measure those wheels up and see if we can't get the 16-inch ones to work with our VN wheels. What do you reckon? Is anyone else keen? Like, I love wheels. Is anyone else keen to see that process of building those? Secret Squirrel, thank you very much, mate. The variety, dude, I can guarantee you there'll be plenty of that. Being a squirrel, you would know, getting sidetracked by shiny things. So, yeah. Variety is one thing you're not going to not have here, that's for sure, guys. I just love it. Like, look at this, how it's not rusty. Like, it's just, normally they're just absolutely rooted. It's just good. I've got to pressure wash this today, but I'm just hoping it's going to be all right. But I'll get this outside in the sun. Toe King Legend, thank you very much, mate. And I was very happy to see, I did hit up my record guy out here. He didn't have anything your model. But yeah, you love the wheel idea, that's good. And thank you very much for the super chat, Toe King. Toe King is Adelaide, guys. So anyone that's looking for a toe in Adelaide, he does exactly what I do in Adelaide. And he's a nice bloke too, which does help a lot, especially when you get broken down and you need someone there just to help and not be a smart ass. It always helps when the tow truck driver is a good bloke. Righto, now, old Capitanio said to me, I told him I was going to wait. I'm definitely keen to see some wheels. Sweet. I'm definitely keen to do some wheels, I can tell you that. And even start building wheels for people. Like, we don't take on outside work, but the wheel thing. Maybe the wheel thing is what gets me out of the tow truck into the workshop and more videos for you guys. So, yeah. In Queensland. Do you know the boys from up in Queensland, Global Flatline? No. What do they do at the laboratory, dude? All right, so let's have a look. The floor's still a bit wet. I really want to put that underlay in, so we might even go for a drive and put this out in the sun and go play wheels for a little bit. So it's cable tied onto the wiring harness. That's good, isn't it? Two hands, boys, two hands. God, he's good, isn't he? The old captain, he is a freaking magician, that bloke. He really is. You know what? When people hassled him in high school and I stood up for him, best thing I ever done. This thing's mint. Like, this thing's awesome. Sometimes I think I paid too much, but other times, because I'm looking at seeing ones now, because I didn't even look around, honestly. Like, my mate had it there. He told me how much he wanted, and I just found the money and bought it. So I didn't even shop around. I didn't try and knock him down on price. Sometimes you've just got to pay what people want to get what you want. But yeah, from dead cold, she just idles away nice. Now, to bolt a seat in or not to bolt a seat in, that is the question. What else have we got to sit on? Oh, there's that little table thing. Wonder if that there would fit as a seat. Yeah. It's a Mini. We'll see how we go for a cam. upgrade. I've got this little thing here. Hopefully that'll work out all right. I just don't want to cut into me paint. I can repaint a little bit, I suppose. Mate, that was made to fit there. Oh, bugger. I have to put it that way. What do you reckon? Doesn't get any better than that, guys. How am I going to do this? I don't know if it's got brakes or anything at this point, guys, so... Alright. My head's sort of touching the roof a bit. Got my mad sort of seat. Still has just a slight aroma of mouse. But it's got the tacho dash because she's a, and it even works, look at that. 10 miles per hour. The fuel sender, we did buy a new one, it doesn't seem to be working. But anyway, let's see what she's going to do, eh guys? So brakes are going straight to the floor. I'll give the clutch a couple and see what it's going to do. Bear with me, guys. If we crash, no one's allowed to laugh. Oh no, brakes work. Yeah, we've got brakes. I'm just going to go further forward a bit, guys. I'll stop there. Now, I can't go too far because the water pump's rooted, so we're just going to quickly, yeah, do a bit. I've ordered a water pump, but just in case, I'll whack the trade plate on, even though I'm sitting on a bloody crate. But what do you do, eh? What a beast. She's just idling away there nice. She's a little bit smoky. Christ, I'm not very organised, am I, guys? Done. Alright. I'm just going to have to hold the camera, guys, if that's alright. Sorry, but you get that on these big jobs, don't you? Ooh, bit of a skid. It's not clipped down properly either. Alright. Yeah, buddy. Go, you good thing. Hey, this drives mint. I didn't check the wheel nuts. How good's that, guys? Brakes, I'm going to turn around here because we don't have that water pump. Hopefully Minis have got a good turning circle, eh? I've actually got a little Suzuki. Remember that brown one we got? I bought it the other day. It's just up the road here. We could probably go get that today and go play with it. Oh, I've got no truck. Alright. Reverse. Oh, dudes, this thing is freaking awesome. It's got brakes, it's got a clutch. This is awesome. Oh no, the fuel sender gauge works. It says half a tank. Whoop. Gearbox is good, guys. Motor runs sweet. Brakes work. Clutch works. I don't think it gets any better. Better shut her off before we overheat her because there's no water in it. Guys, what an absolute beast. I am absolutely wrapped with that. Oh, she's a bit steamy. Yeah, I've got a water pump coming. That would have been alright. There was some water in it, I think. Yeah, see, cap was just sitting on. That's alright. You get that on these big jobs, don't you? Yeah. Who's happy with that? That was what bloody mad. So happy, guys. That's, yeah. Once the flares go, and I'm happy with the 12-inch wheels. I wanted 13s in a real big dish. but the 12s just work well. And we got the high-lows, so we can raise it. And I found some really mad-looking bullet chrome mirrors the other day. So I open that up now and let that, I'll scratch my floor a little bit. Bugger, that sucks, but you know, get that on these big jobs, don't you? I'll give that a little bit of a paint. Yeah, it's a keeper for sure. Yeah, 100%. I'm not selling it. Can't find them. When I come across stuff, guys, that's not rusty, I don't get rid of them. Like, very rarely will I sell something that's not rusty. And it goes. How good was that? A couple of, there's a little bit of paint left in the paint can I was using before. I'm just looking in the trailer for it now, but I can't seem to see it. But look at that. Bloody good. I don't know. Can touch that one up again later. Yeah. That's a result, guys. That really is a result. So good. And it drove mint. Like, for something that sat for so long, bloody hot out there, I can tell you that much. Hopefully that paint will dry. Oh, looks good in the sunlight. That's it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Does the handbrake work? Yes, I think it did. I don't want to play with that in case it gets stuck on out there. We'll pull it in the workshop. We've got to go through the brakes, but I think they might even just do with a bleed up and they might be all right. Put some Macca's tray out of the wheels. We'll definitely be going out to play Macca's trays, man. Yeah. Be careful, that's it, eh? What could go wrong? It's got one seatbelt in it. It's sitting up on the parcel shelf. Milk crate, that's it. All right. We all need a mate like Letho. That's it, eh? No, he is good. He is good. He's down working on that. I don't like talking about money too much, guys. And a lot of the deals that I do when I buy cars are, it's not just me buying this car. It's other deals that have gone into getting this car and other deals that flow on from there. So a lot of the times I can tell you a price I've paid for a car, but it's not actually what I have paid for it because there's other stuff involved. And with this one, that is definitely the fact that it was off a really, really good mate of mine. We work together in what we do with the towing in the cars and all the rest of it. But yeah, but you'd expect to pay for what this was in the shape it was in, probably $4 grand-ish, something like that, 3 or 4 grand, which is around the money I did pay for it. He wanted more for that. There was a guy coming to look at it for his mate who was in Melbourne. I turned up there, saw it and said, I want it. There was a lot more wrong with it than what I thought because I didn't even really, I looked for rust and that was the only thing I looked at, which is a lot of the times when I buy a car, what I do. But when something comes up and it's near the right money, you don't argue, you don't write on Facebook, what's your best price? You just find the money. And I'm so glad that I did because it was a struggle to get the money together for this one. But yeah, looking forward to doing the trim too. All right, wheels. Who wants to play? And it come with this too. You don't see many. Someone's made up this console for it, which is pretty cool. It's a bit shit. It's had some gauges and stuff in it, but a center console bit. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not, but yeah, it's going to be good, I think. Yeah. So I asked with the Jag, have I inspired any of you guys to go chasing to buy a Mini now? They're pretty easy to work on. Look at that thing there, like it's just freaking awesome. I'm full on in love with that, like it's great. The wheels cost me $500. Yeah, I'm into it for a bit already, but what do you do, guys? What do you do? When are you going to see more VNSS replica ute build? Right now, because those wheels are probably for that. The ute is out the back there, the front end's off it. We just get sidetracked so quickly, and then we were waiting on the converter, which is here now, because we put it out the back because we wanted to put a converter in it before we went any further pulling the motor apart. I want to buy a manifold for it. There's a lot of money that's got to go into the ute soon. Like it's on the list, but I got sidetracked. I wanted a daily driver, and that's what this Jag is, because I don't actually have a car at the moment. I'm in Nicole's bloody shopping cart, and I absolutely hate the thing. Like, but yeah, because I don't actually have a daily at the moment to drive, guys. The Forester I want to get done for her as well, so when I don't have a car, I can use that. But at the moment, yeah, I sort of have the truck, which is why I couldn't come to work last night, because I didn't have a car. Whew, I don't want to go back out there anymore, but we're going to go up there to measure the three-piece wheels to see if the 15-inch centre sits in, and then from there we might try and get this lathe working. Do you guys want to play getting lathes working, or should I go away? Your call. Let's climb up here on the ladder of death. Oh. When are you going to see? Yeah, I just read that one. Don't you buy it from the guy? Yeah, yes, Andrew does have a lot of Hiluxes and Land Cruisers and stuff like that, yes. Yeah, Andrew's a four-wheel drive guy. When I bought it, we actually went out. He's got a boat. He's just bought an aluminium one. And I went out and helped him cut out a heap of doors and stuff with the for his boat and stuff like that, which I think he's got finished now. Okay, so these are the three. I'm just looking around for any 15-inch ones. These are the 16-inch Simmons. So what I need to measure is the size of that centre. Right, so we need to measure that lip there to that lip there, and that way I know if I can machine down, because we need that edge there to bolt to then run these. So 330 total outside, give or oh, is that the one? No. So that nut there to that. Yeah, about 330, give or take. Yep. 330 will be a rough enough measurement at this point. So that'll give us that sort of dish on a VNSS wheel in a 16. These actually have an off, these are a staggered set from memory. They're really rough, so I don't even mind pulling these apart because they had to come apart anyway. I think that's the same. Is that bottom one the same? That's got like a 10mm lip. Yeah, they're about the same. They mustn't be staggered. Yeah, because that's just the same as that. They weren't a staggered set, they were just the same. There must be one more of them somewhere. Anyway, all right, so 330 guys. We'll climb back down. Did I need anything else while I was up here? Can't remember, but anyway. All right, so 330. If the VNSS center's 330, my 15-inch 15-inch Simmons are at home. But we've got those 17-inch three-piece wheels out the back. We might measure them now as well. See if we can make them into a 17-inch VNSS wheel. It is so hot up there, guys. Ugh. I want to try and get this sorted this week and gone. Hopefully the Skyline. I'm just don't want to sell the wheels. But anyway, when you have issues, you have issues, I suppose. Underneath that bumper bar. Okay, so these ones here are a three-piece wheel in a 17. Okay, they're not staggered, they're just normal. So, do you see what I mean when I say three-piece wheel? Okay, so they're 380, give or take. Okay. I'm still learning the wheel thing. Like I don't know much about building wheels at this point. I know you can pull them apart. I know you can buy different barrels and lips and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just going to be a learning process that we'll all go through together, I suppose. It's probably better to go through it that way with you guys. Then you will actually get to learn. Oh, hello. So total size here is 385. We might be able to build a big set of 18s. Looking at that, so that's 395. Wow. All right. So yeah, we might be able to build a big set of deep 18s looking at that center size. Because what happens is you machine off that top lip there, and that there is the face that we bolt through, because you machine off the back piece, and all that bit there. So yeah, that there back to there, and then that ends up flush, which then gives us that piece there flush, because that's what sits into the rim. So 395 gives us, let's check the 17 again, because those 16s, you'll never get them to fit into those small 16s or 15s because of the size of that face. We might be building, I'm excited. Can you tell? So at 395, so these are a 17. Sorry guys, these are a 17. I didn't really pay too much attention here because of that. So a 17 is 380, so an extra 15 mil on that lip. Where's an 18-inch wheel? Yeah, so yeah, now I've got to find some 3-piece 18-inch wheels to measure the inside of the barrel. If I can make up deep 18s, a stag, oh mate, excited. I am excited. What was that comment then? Does anyone know anything about wheels? Does anyone have a 3-piece set of 18-inch wheels there they can measure the inside of that barrel for me, guys? Okay. Getting my black AU Falcon new windscreen and then registered. That's the go. On Tuesday. Okay, you could make a drive hub for the lathe instead of the chuck using spinning thread wheel bearings. So Pom on YouTube mods a lot of alloy wheels. Yeah, there is a guy that does it. I do have, like, I've got this wheel balancer here. This is why it's another reason why I can do it. I've got this one here, but I've also got a second one of these machines outside there with all the bits and pieces I need to make up bits for the lathe to be able to mount wheels in there and do what I've got to do. But yeah, looking at those measurements, we're looking at making 18s. That's good. 18s with a deep dish, big lip on a VNSS. Now that's the go. That's mad. All right, look at this, guys. Look at that. All right, let's play with this lathe, see if it actually works, eh? Now, if I electrocute myself, someone call the proper people. Anyway, yeah. So I've just got to find now, look into the barrels that you get for 3-piece 18-inch wheels and go from there. It's just all a process you've got to go through, guys, to work some of this stuff out when you just don't know, like me. Like, I've got no idea. So, right. What happened to the old red Valiant? Never had a red Valiant, did I? I don't think I ever had a red Valiant. All right, so there we go. How's that, guys? Not even going to wobble you around anymore. Okay, that belt's on there. That belt goes from the motor from there to there. This is rough, guys. I'm going to have to rewire all this, see if it does work. What do we got? Yeah, I had this for sale cheap, this lathe, to get rid of it, but as always, you just get dreamers and time wasters that want a $500 or $600 lathe that you advertise that it's big and old and needs work. They want to buy a brand new CNC machine for that sort of money and have it delivered. One guy wanted to fit this in the back of his van, and I'm like, dude, you're dreaming. It's massive. Like, it's not a toy. It's bloody huge. Alright, so the light must come on with the motor. That's the motor one. I don't really like that being all bound up like that. So we'll undo it. Now, we're putting bets on, guys. Is it going to just catch fire or what's going to happen? Alright, there's that, there's that. That looks alright. I'll just take that off altogether. Okay, so that's going to spin that. Nothing there. It's a gearbox or something that makes the belt tight. Alright, mad. 2468, bog in, don't wait. What do you reckon? Or if I plug that back in, then I'll use that switch instead. I don't know. Ha! Brand new! Alright, so if I unplug that, what a bargain. I will rewire all this before we all know I'm not going to, don't we? And that must work with that light. So if I plug that into that, and switch that on. Yep, then I'm going to switch. And if I plug that onto that, tighten the belt up like that. Oh, hello. It didn't like that, did it? Alright, let's loosen that back off. Turn that off. What's that going to do now? Nope. Open to suggestions at any time, guys. So that locks that in for the feed. So that there now is not on the feed. Okay, so that's not that locking it up. So you should be able to turn that on, and it's only that locked up. Nope. Okay. Not what I wanted to happen. Alright. Maybe I need to look into it a bit further. Just maybe. But that's a good start, I reckon. That there working. That goes onto that. That's working. That comes down to that. That spins there. That wants to move. That comes onto that one, which goes onto that one. Alright. I don't know, guys. I'm going to work out, I'm going to pull this apart at a later date. Well, that works. I'm happy with that. For some reason, one of those gears, the bearing seized or something. But if I can get that to turn, we'll be right. We can use that. So, it's a result. Alright, guys. I think that's it for today. I think I might pull the pin there. Hopefully this paint's dried out and I can start doing the underlay in the Mini. How long have we been at it for? 45 minutes. Yeah, he's so hot. Can you see me sweating? Hot in that corner. All right, I'm gonna go so I can should be able to turn the spindle without the motor connected. The Valiant on the hoist, yeah, it's just there. I haven't touched it since last time you guys were with me. I've got to move those 4-link things. I've got to buy the coilovers for the back, and just been sidetracked. I was working on this. I need a daily, as I said before. So the Jag started getting done. I've got to pull the motor out of the Jag this week and put another motor in it. And then the Jag should be happening this week, should be on the road this week with any luck, this week or next week. Within the next 2 weeks, the Jag will be on the road. And probably the Mini as well. That's not far off as well now. The seats obviously won't be done. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm drenched just from being in that corner just then. So I'm going to have to set up a fan to heat things up down there. But I'll play around with that. I'll get a fan set up, but it's going to be too noisy with the camera with the big fan in the corner. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for joining in today. Yeah, thank you for all your comments. Anyone that hasn't liked, please smash that like button. It will help us out a lot in the algorithm and get a lot more people seeing what we're doing. Yeah, and we'll go from there, guys. I'm going to piss about with the Mini a bit more. I might be back on again this afternoon, depending on how things go getting that done. I'll just get a lot more work done when I don't have a camera in front of me. As much as I want to have you guys along for the ride, I want to actually get something done today while the truck's broken. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. The Mini's awesome. Thank you for coming along for a drive. Can't wait for more Parts Finder Live. Yep, that's on Wednesday night, the Parts Finder Live again. And check out the Parts Finder page. There's always different stuff going up there about what's going on, what I've bought, parts I've bought for the Mini, and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I missed the stream. Anyone have a good one? No worries, guys. All right, dudes. I've noticed a few more of you have pressed that like button. Thank you very much. To be honest, it's an easy thing to do, and it does mean a lot, that like button. Okay, guys? All right, dudes. Thank you very much. Say hello to your sister. See you.